Hello, this is Battalion and welcome back to Sunless Sea Zubmariner. And, well, we kind of finished the last episode a bit rushed. I got a little bit carried away. I was supposed to end it in the Chapel of Lights, but we ended up going back out there, killing our first big animal, thanks to a boy in the way. Good on you, so that's the crab taken down. Got a few extra supplies for it. Awesome. A bit of extra terror as well. And I've noticed since being in the Undercrow, and I've noticed it in other parts of the Underzee section as well, I get this chittering. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Is that chittering just in the background? Now, I've got some G930s on, so my wireless headphones, and it's just in my right ear. It's like there's a bug in there crawling around. You hear those horror stories and you see the pictures on Google and stuff of people putting bugs out their ears. Ugh. But that's what it sounds like in my ear. So that can't be good. Now, is that terror related? We don't know. Well, I don't know. You probably know. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out very soon. As it stands right now, our terror is on 83. So it's not mega high, but it sounds like... I feel like we should be concerned about the sound. So there we go. Now, I read the Undercrow at the end of the last episode. For the sake of consistency, I'll reread it and then we'll crack on. So, the Undercrow, that's where we be. A deep, well-lit cavern, thick with a fungal smoke and cave moths. Far above a lighthouse, fire burns. The scent of it is curiously medicinal. It clouds your head and burns your lungs. Farther into the fog, you can make out laboured breathing. So, now, I saw these and I was like, oh god, this is going to add on terror, but it doesn't seem to be terror. So, we can do them both. So, let's do it. Approach a voice from the fog. Here at last, the fog voice croaks. Come closer. The incomparable Aurelian rolls his eyes, but advances nonetheless. An almost dead man. Oh, it's a passenger. Your passenger gazes impassively at a bulbous figure, whispering quietly. As the fog parts, you can make out milky eyes and a toothless grimace. No tomb colonist ever looked as ancient or unwell as the almost dead man before you. Grey, bloated and nearly embalmed by the fungal smoke, it's difficult to tell where his skin ends and the stone bed beneath him begins. His breath is shallow, but his bare chest heaves to a different rhythm. A shape crawls beneath his ribs, but disappears as the man lets out a gassy sigh. Allow me to introduce you, sir, the incomparable Aurelian says, slipping you a modest payment. This is Lorenzo, my erstwhile mentor and host to the Most Moth. Okay. So we can entertain the dying man's last requests. We can offer a memento mori. I have no idea what that is. Speak with the incomparable Aurelian. Or assemble a port report. Well, we can do the port report. We'll do that. It is little more than a cave and a lighthouse fire, but the Admiralty appreciate thoroughness. A thorough survey of moths and fire. A ramshackle array of pulleys allows the Undercrow's reclusive resident to feed the fire above. The hereby smoke of the fungal fire has preservative qualities, but does everything in a fine grey deposit. Meanwhile, the fire distracts the more aggressive moths on worn ships far above. All is well, or as well as can be expected. Nice. Well, he's done nothing to me. I don't know what a memento mori is, so let's entertain a dying man's last request, I guess. You have a submarine, the almost dead man wheezes. Entertain a dying man's last requests. Mortality has a way of finding us in the end, the almost dead man wheezes to himself, dislodging a cloud of cave moths. The incomparable Aurelian spares them only a disappointed glance. I must set my affairs in order. I owe that much to my successor. He waves a withered hand feebly. It's not clear whether the gesture suggests the companion at his bedside or the one nestled within his ribs. So, sir, would you help an old man say his farewells? So, deliver a letter of farewell to a sprightly visionary at Hideaway. We've been to Hideaway, haven't we? So we could do that. He deserved more than I had to give, the almost dead man croaks. How did this he come to know one of the exiles of Hideaway? No answer is forthcoming, but the old man displays a broken grin. The old history of foolhardy youths, he confides, who somehow became old men. Say farewell to a lover in Hideaway. You have an important letter to deliver. Oh, does that mean there's a speed thing on this? I hope not. I hope not. So offer a memento mori. We've got something scary awaits us. I can't see why not. And we've got a lamentable relic. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. No use denying my fate. I should have a reminder of my folly. The almost dead man stares resentfully at the empty eye sockets. I chased immortality down to the Neath, then south to the mountain's foot. Didn't bloody catch it, though, did I? A scraping sound can be heard from within his ribcage. He shifts uncomfortably. Damnable waste. So we've got an outlandish artifact for a lamentable relic. That's definitely an upgrade as far as money is concerned. So, thank you. And we've got to have a chat to this guy who would appear to be his successor. You catch him between tending to his ailing friend and preserving an unwisely bold cave moth. A true collector appreciates patience. When my master retired here, we both thought it would be his last destination. The Aurelian's eyes take the sheen of a patient man approaching a long-delayed payoff. No one has been present at the most moths hatching before, while no one who was in a condition to remember it afterwards. He spares a hesitant glance over his shoulder at the almost dead man. Of course, being by my master's side during his final days is necessarily part of the process. So we're just repeating ourselves here. Yes. So I presume I'm going to have to go and deliver that letter before this guy's going to rattle off this mortal coil. So, yeah. What's this? Someone has entrusted us with a correspondence of utmost privacy. Was that wise? So we could read it. We could be rid of it. Or we could leave it untouched. We'll leave it untouched. Do we know where Hideaway is? Have we been to Hideaway? I don't think we've been to Hideaway yet. So, right, yeah, because we checked that one, didn't we? Didn't we? Yeah, that was a lighthouse, or a lightship, wasn't it? So, Scrimsham, the Anth, the Undercrow. So, we've got this one down by the Salt Lions. But yeah, it really depends on my terror at that point. We've got this one down here. Can't remember that one it was. And then obviously we've got all the blackness over here. So I'm sure we'll find it. Whether we'll find it before this guy pops his clogs or not, I have no idea. But even so, I think it's time we left. That chittering's getting louder. I don't like it. I'm going to transform the ship straight away. Well, as soon as I can. Nothing's attacked us. The chittering's gone. And we're heading south. We'll follow as much as we can a line of well, surface, I guess is one of the better word. The Chongi Rift. Right, Restless Nights. Let's see what this is. We're going to ignore them, just get the extra terror down. Because keeping it low is the aim of the game. And yes, on to Pigmote. Now, was it in the last episode they said that great ships were heading to Pigmote? Don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we weren't able to get them to join forces, the old guinea pigs and rats. So that's probably not a good thing either. I don't know if them failing has caused the ships to come out or what, but oh lordy. Is it a big one or is it a little one? Do we dare? We could dare. We could dare. We're going to have to use line of sight though. Round we go. Come on. If we head this way. Quickly, quickly, quickly. So on 60. That's fine. I've got to turn off this. If only there was a way of trapping him. No, we're going to take a hit. Fine. We'll loop back around. As long as he's stuck and we're not, I'm going to head back. Oh, we're going to. Oh no, I thought we were going to cheat it. Looks like we're not. Lordy, this isn't good. This isn't good. Oh, it didn't even aim for us that time. That is very good. That's it. Stay away. Please miss. Oh, grab. Ah, right. What's that? 78. That's good. That's terror we can deal with. Right. So butcher it. We have an pre-processing mass. We've got more supplies. Excellent. I'm not worried about terror right now. So we've got lost 12 hunger. Oh, rubbish. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. We are, however, going to have to probably buy some fuel from Pigmotor for ridiculous prices. Or do we just risk our supplies? We've got plenty of them. Hull's okay. We've got the money. We'll see. I think with the terror being below 80, oh, just over 80 now, we don't have to worry about that. We are pretty much heading home now. But yeah, we've got lots of supplies, so let's see. If we could sell supplies here, that'd be good. Alright, so what's going on? Well, we can do a port report. What else can we do? Request repairs. Not too fussed by that. Well, let's help them solve another dilemma. An aide runs over. Hairless advisor, you return to us. Praise the tide. We need your wisdom once again. Rats and cavies lie quivering on canvas sheets in this part of town. We think it started with something in the water, whispers the aide. We thought we'd contained it, but it's spreading. Our medicines are powerless against it. What do? We can have them burn the infected part of town, or we can recommend the sick be quarantined. So, well, our might's pretty high. Our spirit's pretty low. I think we probably quarantine them. Yeah, we'll quarantine. What's that done? Oh, I've lost a civilization, but I've gained 2 spirit. Okay, I think that's good. I don't know. These people. Oh, well, let's visit the cavey ghetto. Oh. No, spirit's fine. Civilization we need to put up. Then again, if it improves the spirit, which means that we can get them to broker a union, let's do that. See how much that makes it up. So, has that put it up much? 40%. We'll do it once more. Oh, fuel! Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. 2 vessels are docked at Saint's Haven. From the island of Visage comes a commandeered pirate ship. Its figurehead is a dying bull transfixed with a spear. Next to it floats a decaying wreck belly held together by barnacles. Tales of Pigmotor Isle have spread, and the powers of the Zee have taken notice. A rotting drowning and a woman in a crocodile mask stand on the docks. Both loom over the rodents decided Marinia's response. Caught in the middle. Hairless advisor, your timing is impeccable. Please grant us your counsel one last time. They both demand our treasure in exchange for their protection. We cannot decide what would be for the best. The rodents surround you. Noses pressed to the dock in supplication. Guide us. Right. So, we can support the Fathomking's claim. The drowning bows. His complexity is blessing upon you. My lord will be pleased to see the glorious Thessaline return to the deeps. In gratitude he will reach his soggy hand over Pigmotor in justice and protection. He looks expectantly first at you, then at the rodents. We can support the Visage claim. The ambassador bows. The left eye flourishing of years called to us from across the waves. It is ours by birthright and ours to claim. Yet let none say we are not generous. In exchange for its return, we offer both our friendship and our wisdom. Secrets, Captain. They can guarantee the prosperity of a nation. Or we can advocate for independence. Great rewards demands great risks. but they are ready. This is a gamble. The higher Pigmost Isles might, civilization and spirit, the better its chances. So their spirit is 5, civilization is 2, and might is 5. That's not bad. That means they're uncivilized. They're savage animals. I'm sure they can use their might because they have the spirit. I say we go for it. I say we advocate for independence. For the rats. For the rats. The Drani returns to his vessel, his bloated feet squelching with each angry step. The visaged ambassador is silent behind a mask. Neither of their masters will let this insult go unanswered. Pigmost's war for independence has begun. Go for it, guys! Right, so. The struggle for Pigmost Isle. The gates of town are closed. The gates of town are closed. 2 rodents stand guard. One of them, a rat, is trying to light a cigarette. The other, a guinea pig, holds the rat's whiskers back from the waxy match flame. See, they are getting on. That's good. Both yelp as they see you approach. 1,000 apologies, hairless advisor, but this is our fight. We must fight it alone. They exchange a nod and escort you respectfully but firmly away from the gate. Return to the ship. It is not safe to be here at the moment. The Z bubbles angrily around the hull. The air crackles with hate. Oh, God, what have I done? You've done all you can. It's up to the rodents now. At least have you got shops? No. Okay. Okay. Well, good luck and Godspeed, guys. I offer you my sincerest regards. I hope you can become a nation within yourself, and you don't have to bow to any people wearing masks or seaweed about their faces. And with that, we are going to the salt lions, he says, and that makes me think, how much space do we have? We will probably have to give something up, probably supplies. Maybe a couple of supplies. Looks like we're going to burn a fuel before we get back anyway. I could take this on for a Z story. I don't really feel the need to right now. I just want to get back. I'm thinking of even avoiding the below the water thingamajiggy near London. I forget what it's called now. Anyway, seaport. Salt Lions. So this is it. Right, we'll get our port report, because why the bloody hell not? And I want to take the stone, because that is worth quite a bit of monies for 200. Definitely worth a punt. So we're going to lose 2 of something. It'll have to be the supplies. Done. The makers are here to reduce the salt lines to rubble 1 block at a time. Help them in their work by carrying the rubble back to London. If the stones weep and a maker advises you, ignore them, unless they flood your hold, of course. Then you should probably drop them overboard. Don't tell anyone I said that. Okay. That's just done here. Lower Barnet. That's what I was thinking of. Look, I'll humour you. We'll go and check out Lower Barnet. We'll keep the light off. We'll hope the fuel is roughly where it needs to be. We can always use our supplies on the way in, so I suppose it's not such a bad thing. It would seem silly to not be able to get a port report being so close to London and then go back to London as opposed to ignoring it. Plus, we don't know what they want. They might have something that we have on the ship right now, which we will probably trade in at London. So I suppose that makes sense too also. If we're going to, apply cold hard logic to it. And it's not that far away. But yeah, here's hoping when we get back to London, we can get through everything we need to get through, and it will free up enough money in order for us to be able to get a new ship. That is what I want. That is what I want. So what are we up to on Terra? It's very close to being naughty. Nasty naughty. One thing we can't use is our something awaits us. Take me under. We can see the port from here. That's great. Super. Straight in, no messing. Light off. It's nice and light around here anyway. It kind of looks like St. Paul's Cathedral from the top. Don't know if it's meant to be that. So, Lower Barnet. A sunken church with docking ports. Sediment has built up against the lower walls and long ago choked neglected crypts and crooked tombstones. The interior is sealed, yet the deep peals of the tower's bell can be felt even through a submarine hull. So, where be my port report? Where be my port report? There be my port report. Explore the church. What goes on here? What brings its congregation together? There is no pulpit. The organ has bent, broken pipes. But Lower Barnet is still a house of worship, of a sort. Groups of sailors gather in the aisles. The choir benches are clean and face a makeshift stage. Lantern-eyed fish pass behind the colourful windows of stained glass. The door to the bell tower is guarded by 2 burly vergers. The tridents are a nice touch. Okay. Well, let's witness a contest of stories, whatever that may be. The congregation is gathered before the altar. A sermon, but there seems to be 2 preachers. A competition is in progress. A voluble visitor tells of the Sideways Regiment, a plunderous legion of trained crabs. First they present a mighty collective shell, then comes the onslaught of 1,000 nippers. Why, I only escaped thanks to a tiny cloud of ink from my squid, which I befriended for precisely such an occasion. The unlikely story wins the acclaim of the congregation. Whilst her rival slumps disappointed, the visitor waves her top hat and processes to the bell tower. Its doors close behind her. Well, let's ask about it, I guess. What kind of contest is won by nonsensical lies about crabs? You approach an apprehensive seaman who is staring into the distance, perhaps imagining marching ranks of crustaceans. You ask what happened here. The competition? The best story wins. Captain says it's all in the delivery, but you need a fine yarn to spin too. When you inquire about the winner's reward, his gaze turns wistful. If they're lucky, they get taken up. Wish I had a story to tell. Okay. Do we try and follow her to the bell tower? What's in there? Wild riches or just a good buffet? 2 surly vergers block your approach to the door. 1 points back at the congregation. Only winners allowed, he grunts. Next one soon. Okay. Congregation is breaking up for now. A few souls linger, gazing at the closed doors of the bell tower. You have just turned away when you hear the sonorous bong of the bell within. Its peals repeat every few seconds before becoming abruptly muffled, then finally silent. An excited murmur runs through the congregation. Although you keep an eye on the bell tower door, the winner does not emerge. That doesn't sound like a good thing. Well, it says we can trade stories with the congregation. Should we try it? Your appearance and bearing attract attention. They are eager for new tales. Oh, right. So it would appear... Oh, you hand in your port reports of the underwater ones. Okay. Well, I dig that. Let's do it. Speak of Anth. Its memory still gleams. You talk of consuming desire, and mornings where every moment gleams with promise. You talk about broken vows and a love shattered, about a heart growing sharp as a barber's razor. You talk about how clearly we see the passion of others while obscuring our own motives. The listening sailors cast their eyes down, looking into the past. Nice, we get a Z story off it. Cool. Speak of Nook. Focus on something besides its illicit commerce. You describe an immense mouth set into the Z floor, its rows of razored teeth. Few know this, you say, but during the Meditalia festival, the Nook dwellers push on the teeth, playing them like the ivories of a gargantuan piano. And then the Moor sings, a shuddering, bellowing dirge that causes whirlpools on the surface. The listening sailors frown. One unfolds a chart. I've got another Z sailor for that, and another storyteller hint of some sort. Well, once we carry on doing it now, we've started. Speak of Scrimshander. You will have to relate the carvings to your audience somehow. Ivory and ink. Your story is a bold one, that every mark ever made on seafaring skin appears, unexplained, on the walls of the Ivory City. You move among the listeners, gesturing to their tattoos. The Wheel of Mists, they'd find that etched above an aquifer. The Gambit, scratched into a nameless catacomb. And the Unflinching Eye, well, that is only found at the city's heart. But your listeners will have to visit and see for themselves. Nice, another Z story. The last one we've got is the Undercrow. The trick is to tailor the tales to the audience. Wings for water. You talk of the gut moths which inhabit every sailor. and provide their nautical instincts, that taste in the throat which heralds a storm front, the ability to digest food even on choppy seas, the welcoming fluttering in the stomach of the sight of a sweetheart on shore. Moths in the gut growing all the time. Your listeners shift in their seats. One hurries out clutching his mouth. Okay, so now I've done all that, and I've got 4 of whatever this is. What can I do with those 4? Participate in the contest of stories. Excuse me. I could do that, but I'm going to use up my something awaits me. And I can always come back once I've been to London. I needed to get my terror down. I don't fancy hanging about because we don't have the fuel. So I'm going to leave it here. Yes. I'm going to leave it here. But who knows? Next time round. Maybe. Oh lordy, what's that? My constant companion. Looks like a spider to me. There's nothing constant. Why am I going up? Why am I going up? Did he miss me? No, he hit me. That's alright. That's alright. It's my own fault, I suppose. 95. We can't heal ourselves anymore, but it's okay because we have our something awaits us, and we're pretty much back to London. All is well, and I think as long as we don't hit 100, we're not going to pick up any nightmare strength, which again is good. Is good. So in we meander, hoping for the best. That's fine. We're back home. Take as many as you want. Take as many as you want. Boom. Warm congratulations. Welcome home. You may ask how it is that I am here to meet you, and I may remark that we have eyes in the wastes and eyes in the hill. In fact, we have more eyes than a not oracle, and they're all glad to see you. And of course, your cargo. So I'll hand over our cargo. Oh. What did we get? Free fuel. Well, fuel isn't as expensive as supplies, so we'll drop one. That's fine. And claim your payment. Oh, very good, very good. Please accept this small token of my thanks, and please also accept my thanks and my patrons' thanks, which we being persons of honour that what understands the true nature of dealings is much more important. Still, spending money is always good, isn't it? And a captain must eat, and so must a ship, which is why if you look under the pier there, you will find a few helpful contributions of fuel and so forth. Nice. So we've got 200 echo for that. We picked up supplies anyway. And free fuel. Coolio. And that's even before we get into port, so we don't even have to worry about being searched. So a breath of relief. Oh, we have 3 menaces. Oh, okay, fair enough. We'll collect our messages. People want to sign on, of course, people love us. Once more we find ourselves here on the quayside, what it is, I suppose you might say, the lip of the well of the opportunities. Let us both drink deeply from this well, by which I mean my patron has a task for you. Take a payment across the ocean and bring back a little package. Well, last time went alright, and this guy appears to meet us before we get properly into port, so yeah, why not? Of course, if you return to London without the little package, I will probably have something sharp to say about it. Now bring the package back here, and it is my hearty recommendation that you avoid the ungentle attentions of the excise. On account of if you return without the package, it is of no interest to my patron whether you have lost it or have had it taken from you. Good luck. Good luck. And where are we going? Gator's Morn. Ah, okay. Well, that's not 100 miles away. That's fine. We shall do that. Right, so really we need to drop supplies off. So let's go to let's do the Venturous Desires first and hand over the Sinterlac. Port Cecil in the Principles of the Coral is usually northeast or thereabouts. That's where Sinterlac comes from. Around 1,000 echoes for 7. Nice, thank you. Where I'm going, there will be light enough eventually, but we'll need something we can manage ourselves. But now I have further need of your services. Awesome. A dream and a scheme. So next, let's go to London and get rid of the Sphinx Stone. Oh, nice. That's 300 echo on top of that. Very nice. And we've lost 2 terror. Cool. And before we sell anything else, let's go to the Rose Market. Nothing there. That's fine. So how much space do we have now? Lots. Lots and lots and lots. Sintalak. So let's see what the Venturer wants now we've dropped off that first bit. Spider silk. 21 bolts of spider silk. I think I'll stick to romantic literature. Okay. Again, I've never really come across that before, so this could be a bit harder to get. Still, never mind. Let's go to the Brass Embassy next. And we need to pass on the Wistful Deviless's information. The Deviless has provided intelligence from inside the Brimstone Convention. The aristocrat exiles of Hell. Hell will no doubt be interested. An urbane devil ushers you into a copper-panelled interview room. There are hunting prints on the walls, but the hunters are devils and the quarry, women and men. The devil listens, fingers steepled to your story. Nodding encouragingly, that's terribly helpful of you, terribly helpful. Could I have the message, please? He reads it with interest. Oh, that's very good. Allow me to offer a consideration to you. Here, for your trouble. Bring me more and I'll give you something else, but do you mind performing some independent verification? You know how expats can get. Sometimes their imagination runs away with them. Anyway, here's a little present for your source. So 150 echo for that. Very good. What else? Let's go to our lodgings next. And we shall... delivery from a grateful friend. We have space. We might as well take that on, I suppose. Several crates of wine sit in your lodgings. The note on the top reads, for your service and discretion. Okay. No, it can't be. Greyfield since 1868. A few bottles of Broken Giant 1844. Isn't that from before the fall? Only Mr. Wines is said to stock these in any quantity, and it reserves them for itself and the very few with whom it considers itself on intimate terms. You extract the best ones for personal consumption, the rest will fetch a fine price. A fine price, I tell you. Okie dokie. In which case... should we go and see the voracious diplomats? Oh yeah, we can pick up an agent because we dropped one off in Port Cornelian, didn't we? So we'll do that. That doesn't cost me anything. Cool. And then let's go to London. And yeah, let's pop our ship in dry dock first. Because that doesn't cost me too much. We've got lots of favours still. Back out of there. Back. Oh, not into lodgings. In fact, yeah, let's rest. So it tears down a little more. Don't want to see my child. So back into... that's lodgings. Where's London gone? London! And we want a new recruit. And we have the Presperite Adventuress. Afternoon, sir. Looking for a gunnery officer. I'd like to help you blow up some monsters if you'll have me. Why not? We've got the money. And we'll see how she does compared to the others we've got. And then we shall hire one more crew because we only have 7. Oh, awesome. We did it at first go and we lost the terror. So, London. Can we not cruise around the docks now we've got a kid? It's like, is the partying over because we have child? It would appear so. Yeah, it definitely appears so. Oh, that sucks. What can we do in the Labyrinth of Tigers? We can purchase a live specimen for 500 echo. Not willing to do that right now. Although that's good to know in case we want to do more with the bandage poissonnier. So, can we rest again and get another restful night? Is that how that works? I think you're only allowed to carry the one at a time. Okay, that's fine. Let's come back out of there. We might as well go back to the Rose's Wharf and rest, because we've got nothing else to use this up on. And now they want... Still nothing we have. Great. What do we have to sell them? We got the wine and the Sinterlac. Everything else we can keep hold of. I think we can upgrade our ship, you know. So we will... I guess we'll upgrade the ship before we sell anything too expensive. Well, let's get rid of the Sinterlac. We can do that. And the mushroom wine. I'm going to keep four. Three we'll keep. So that's 3. We can buy spider silk. It's going to cost me 2,100 echoes. What's he offering? 1,500. That's not good. Fine. Okay, we'll leave that. Back to what I was doing. First thing I want to do, because I don't know how this is going to be affected, I'm going to pull the engine, the light, and the deck weapon out. We're going to go to the shipyard, and now I need 1,000 echo. So this is what we're buying, isn't it? So we can hold more crew. We have an iron bonus. Hull capacity is the same. Hull's much higher, which is better. It means we can fight more stuff. So we'll trade for that. Oh, we can name it Sojourner. Repatch a second. This could be the Palico. I know, original. Why not? So we've got a new boat. Hooray! Hooray! Right, so let's go back to our hold and put our engines in. Bridge and a deck weapon. So we can only spend 300 more. We haven't actually handed any port reports yet, so let's do that. We'll see how much cash we get for all these port reports. Oh, we can also pass on the strategic information. Can we merge the strategic information into something else? So use. We can if we put our mirrors up. Do I have anyone to put my mirrors up? What do you do? Veils. You're going to be iron. First officer. Your mirrors. So one of those. One of those. Actually, we've got loads here. We've got loads of secrets. How many we got left? 14. Okay. Let's do this. So let's take gunnery officer. What are you? 6 to 3 compared to 8 iron. That puts our vowels up by 3 though. And I'm going to spend money on them anyway, so we'll get you 2 out for the time being. So let's increase our... Oh. Are you going to cost me a wound? Oh, well, that sucked. Oh, screw you. Okay, so I'd rather take hull damage. So we'll just take you up to 35 for the time being. Sorry, 55. That leaves us with 11. I want to round these out. Vowels are up because of that. Our hearts are okay. Our pages could do with going up, I suppose. So we'll do 6 pages. Which I think it was her. No, it's Vales. Whose pages? Cook? Hearts. Do I not have a pages? Is that the surgeon then? Must be the surgeon. Okay, well let's make sure you don't do. Is everyone Vales? You all Vales, aren't you? Right, let's do 5 more. I just want to check you now. Mirrors. Yeah, so we're gonna do 5 more iron to take us up to 60. So up to 60 iron with 7 secrets left. And we'll have, because mirrors hides us, doesn't it? No, Veils hides us. But mirrors means we can shoot quicker, which is good. So we'll have 5 mirrors. Cool. That's good. That's nicely rounded. That's good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. All I will do though, very very quickly, is buy a sack of coffee beans, and we'll talk to this new officer. See what she has to say. Captain's cabin, is it? All right, but I want a coffee sorbet. Cheeky. For dessert. What? I like coffee sorbet. No sorbet, no dinner. Excuse me, someone's caught fire again. Yes, I was in the Navy. Did you think I'd stolen the uniform? I retired before they threw me out. She grins and spoons more sorbet onto her plate. I'm older than I look. We're all older than we look to you people. Okay. Got another Z story. Is that where this ends with you, or are you going to keep on talking to us? Dine again? Nah, we'll do that next time. So let's leave it here. This is quite a long episode. We'll leave it here. So we're going to pull in our port reports next time round. Maybe pop to the Alarming Scholar, get our money up a bit more, and hopefully have enough to buy a decent extra gun. And then we can skedaddle out of here and go and take down some proper big stuff. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.